Alright, so this is going to be a really quick video. The Oscar nominations came out today, and I wasn't originally going to make a video on it because I'm going to do like a video during the Oscars kind of saying who I think should win, what will win, what I think of each nominee. This won't really be that. This is just more of me thinking about nominees that weren't nominated that should have been nominated. I have a list of 16 things that I think should have been nominated that were not. I'm going to start out with the ones that no one cares about, so you have to watch until the end. This is a pretty minor one, but editing. Best editing, The World's End. Where the hell is that? That was one of the best edited movies I've ever seen. It flowed so quick, so nicely. It was so well choreographed. Definitely should have been in there. Also, Ender's Game for visual effects. It looked fantastic. It doesn't need to say much about the movie itself. I know I liked it. A lot of critics did not. I only liked it because of the book. It looked fantastic. Definitely should have been nominated for visual effects. For original screenplay, where was Upstream Color? Upstream Color was very, very original. It was extremely well written. I definitely think that should have been in there. It wasn't a big movie, maybe that's why, but I think it still should have been in there. And then for adapted screenplay, The Spectacular Now, which I haven't read the book. I probably will because that movie really did move me, and it was really, really great. And I think it was really well written, and it definitely should have been nominated. Now to the more important ones. Oh, sorry. I can't decide if I'm going to edit this or not. Probably not. I'm too lazy. Anyway, animated feature film. There were 5. They were more or less solid. Despicable Me 2 and Frozen were in there. But where was Monsters University? I really, really liked that. It was more or less well received by the critics. I'm not exactly sure why it wasn't there. Anyway, for director, I have Edgar Wright for The World's End. He was my favorite. He was my pick for Best Director of the Year. It was so well done. Everything about this movie came together so well. Like I said, the editing was fantastic. Great acting, great writing. He also wrote it. Like, definitely Edgar Wright should have been in there. But it wasn't really an Oscar-type movie, I guess. So I didn't expect it to be in there, but I really wanted it to. 2 supporting actors I thought should have been in there. Sam Rockwell from The Way, Way Back. I actually had my fingers crossed. I thought he might have had a chance. He could have got in there. And Jake Gyllenhaal for Prisoners. Prisoners didn't get a lot of attention Oscar season, and I'm not sure why. It's one of those movies that I would actually think would be big for Oscars, and it wasn't. And that kind of confused me. It was nominated for cinematography, which was great, but otherwise I don't think it was nominated for anything, except maybe original score. For lead actress, I have Scarlett Johansson for Don John and Emma Thompson for Saving Mr. Banks. Emma Thompson, I thought, was like definitely in there. Like, I thought she was one of like the ones that I thought, even if she wasn't one of my favorite performances of the year, even though it was, I thought based on buzz that she was going to be in there. And I kind of assumed, I didn't even realize till like the 3rd time I read them, because yes, I read them 3 times, that she wasn't in there. Like, I kind of just assumed, was like, oh, Emma Thompson's totally in there. And I read it again, I'm like, what? Emma Thompson's not in there. But she was fantastic. Scarlett Johansson in Don John was very, very good. She completely transformed herself, and I really think she deserved some, what's the word? Some recognition for that. I didn't have any problems with supporting actress category. I thought that was a solid one. I didn't think this was a great year for supporting actresses. There weren't that many like great performances, I thought, so I'll leave that category alone. Best lead actor, Joaquin Phoenix for Her. Even though Her isn't in the Falcon Awards, he definitely would have been nominated because it went wide release 2014, but he was absolutely fantastic. I have no idea why he wasn't nominated. He was nominated last year for The Master, and I think his performance in this was definitely way better, even if it was a little bit less like cinematic. And I think my other one was Hugh Jackman for Prisoners. No. Well, he was good, but he wasn't one. I didn't really think he was going to get nominated. Ethan Hawke for Before Midnight. Absolutely fantastic. That is like an awards movie. It's an artsy kind of movie. It was really, really great. And it was nominated for a screenplay, but otherwise it got snubbed. And I really think it should have been in there. Julie Delvey also for lead actress, but I didn't really count her. And this is a side note. I didn't really expect this to happen. I just thought there was a wild chance in my mind maybe it could happen. Dobie from Anchorman 2 for Best Original Song. It was out there. They were campaigning for it, and it was fantastic. And it really, really should have been in there, but I guess I couldn't really ask for that much. And then I have 3 snubs for Best Picture. Before Midnight, like I said, I kind of expected that to be in. I didn't expect it to, but I feel like it should. It could have been, and it should have been. Saving Mr. Banks. I also thought this was a definite nominee, even though I didn't think it was even in like the top 5 that had a chance at winning. It was definitely going to be in there, at least in my mind, but I guess not. And finally, Prisoners for Best Picture. Like I said, it's just, I don't know why it wasn't big when it came to awards. It was good. It was very dark, gritty. Everything about it came together really well, and I don't know. And keep in mind, these weren't movies necessarily that I wanted to win. If I did, there would be a lot more like World's End, Spectacular Now, stuff like that. These are movies that I both wanted to get nominated and expected to get nominated. Anyway, that's just my quick thoughts on it. I'm probably going to not even edit this video. Anyway, see you next time.